So can you briefly talk about what you were doing professionally prior to becoming a business and franchise owner?
So my career's been in the same industry for 20 years. I graduated with management information systems degree, and spent my whole career bouncing around the country for different large companies and different IT roles. And I considered myself fairly flexible in my day. I had what I would call scheduled flexibility, if you will. Like if I knew something was coming up next Thursday, I'd block that time off and I would be able to attend something like that. Then there was I can't just decide at 3 o'clock I'm ready to go home for the day, or in the end of the day, I never knew when the end of the day was going to be. You just never know when you're working at a tier 3 engineer. If a customer is talking to you, it's usually because their world's crumbling, and you stay on that call until things get resolved. And that was just the way that I kind of operated. It was rare, but it was something that you always had to know could happen. Was dinner would not be tonight. It'll be when I get home at 8 or 9, or trying to find a break in the call to jet home and then pick back up from home until midnight. So that's happened on numerous occasions.
So is it like that mindset when you're on call, and even though you may not be working, the idea that you might have to be working is always just kind of in the back of your head?
Yeah, the different roles have been a little different. I've been on some sort of on-call rotation almost my entire IT career. Yeah. Some of them were more finite, get your job done, go home. No one's going to call you at midnight tonight. Other times you were there in case the phone rang. I mean, you answered, even if you weren't technically on call. If it was one of your cases, the on-call person might call you, and then you're working with the on-call person because it was your case to begin with, and you have the background and the history and to help that customer out. So.
Okay. Well, I think I in part know the answer to the next question. but I like to ask, what was missing before? What was not working before? And has whatever was missing before in your career, or is that being fulfilled as a business owner?
So mostly what was missing, I've always been an achiever. I don't rest until I'm sitting near the top of the stack. If I have 6 colleagues, I'm going to be number 1 or 2. I'll work hard until I get to that point. So it was a lot of education and then being that individual, but I wasn't rewarded more for being a top performer. I was a member of a group, and it was a group effort, and everyone puts their effort in, even though mine was a little bit more than others most of the time. And living in corporate America, it's very standard to pray for a 3% increase. You're just hoping that your annual salary bumps match inflation. And sometimes the company doesn't do well and you don't get a break. And even next year's 3% bump doesn't get you to where you were from a couple of years ago. So what was missing was the correlation between my work and my compensation. And being a business owner and choosing the type of business that I did, which is account-based, relationship-based, it's a lot in my control. I didn't choose a business that you just throw money at advertising and hope they walk in the door and buy your goods. I chose one that will succeed or fail on the management of that business and on me. Yeah. And I have high confidence in my abilities, so that seemed like a good bet. Betting on myself seemed like a good bet.
Okay. So why don't you tell everyone about your business?
Instant Imprints does everything you need to promote your business. Our job is to help you grow your business through branding and marketing. We're not a marketing firm, but we help you in that regard. We're not an advertising firm, but we advise you on best products. We're a sign company, a paper print services company, an embroidering company. We do promotional items all under one roof. We get a lot done. We pride ourselves on being your one call and being that trusted advisor rather than, yeah, I know a guy that does shirts. I give him a call and hopefully he has the best price. Otherwise I go to this other guy. I want to be that relationship where they just count on Instant Imprints being there to help them out. Someone just came by a little bit to my home actually and picked up some promotional items for a show tomorrow. They just came in this morning. He was on a time crunch. So
No
we worked
kidding.
really hard with a vendor to get expedited shipping and get something to him so he'd have a pop-up banner stand and a table cover for a show tomorrow at the Capitol.
Nice, nice. I just realized I have a bag that was embroidered with the FranNet logo that I use all the time. Can I grab it real quick? Just as a, here we go, show and tell. One sec. So I love, here. I took my headphones out, so hopefully you can hear me okay.
Yeah.
So, and it's really, so here we go. Nice quality, fit my laptop and everything else in it. And you can see the FranNet logo embroidered on. I take this with me because I travel a lot for work. I take this everywhere with me. I love it. I love it. And it's classy, it's clean, it's professional, it's functional, it's high quality. And hey, there's my company name on it.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. You should brand yourself especially as a business owner. You know, it's just free advertising if you're walking around with a logoed shirt or a logoed truck or a logoed bag. So it's something you need anyway. You need a backpack, you need a laptop bag, you need other things. So branding's just that next step in making more visibility for your organization.